Hello everyone, my name is El Parnaso and today I'm gonna show you why Maliss will never win a YCS. A lot of people have told you a lot of good things about this, so I'm gonna avoid those things that you already know. I'm going to focus on trash this deck, okay? First, 20 cards of engine and 20 cards of non-engine in this deck list. The most consistent and the most avoiding brick Maliss version you ever going to see because they only play one trap card. This deck list is literally trying to avoid the main problems of Maliss as much as possible, and it still is ass. Why? Because even if you're playing 20 cards of engine, you still, from those 20, have only 11 that works by themselves. 2 Dormouse, 2 White Mouse, 3 of this one, the new Ignister, the Terraforming, the Gold Sarcophagus, and the 2 Field Spells. Only 11, which means that the other 9 are bricks. If you draw the Chessicat alone, does nothing. If you draw the Marley alone, does nothing. If you draw the Wizard alone, does nothing. If you draw the Quickspell alone, does nothing. And if you draw the Trap card, the only one you're playing because other versions play 2 or 3, in this case, when you're only playing 1, you still have 9 bricks in the deck when you talk about engine. And now, because of the focus on the Ignister cards to create the illusion of starters for this deck, now you can't even play the Fiendsmith. So there's no way to heal that problem with the Fiendsmith engine anymore. And well, in Yu-Gi-Oh, what I just explained to you has always been an issue because yeah, you can go to your locals, play 3 rounds, draw good in those 3 rounds, and then think that this is the best deck in the world, right? However, when you're actually tiering a deck like tier 1, tier 2, the tier 1 is for the YCS winning decks. And that's what we're trying to discuss here. Now, Maliss will never win a YCS because a YCS are not 3 rounds. Just in the first stage, you have at least 9 rounds of Swiss, which means that at least you're gonna play 18 singles, 18 duels with this deck. You're gonna play at best 18 singles. At worst, you're gonna play 27. Even more if there's more than 9 rounds. Now, picture yourself in a deck with only 11 starters. Only 11 starters. How good I'm gonna draw in 27 duels? And I know that there's combinations. Oh, if I draw Chessicat with Dormouse, I can play because I can normal Chessy, blah blah. Yes, I know. But those are combinations. We are talking about scenarios in a deck that is 20 hand trap deck, when obviously you're gonna draw a lot of hand traps and very few starters, or very few of your cards, of your engine cards in general. There's gonna be a scenario when you're gonna draw the hand traps and the engine that you're gonna draw is gonna suck, like 4 hand traps, 1 Marlin, 3 hand traps, 1 Chessicat and 1 of the Quick Spell, etc. Those are real scenarios that you need to prevent at the moment of deck building the deck. And Maliss is not a deck that's going to allow you to invest time trying to solve that problem because the nature of Maliss itself is going to take that problem with it all the way. There's no way of fixing that because there's no way of adding new extenders or starters that can lead you to keep the Maliss game plan. Now let's compare this to the immediate environment where Maliss is getting played, which will be this one, sorry. No, okay. Oh, this one. The Rizal meta. Well, you can use like this one too because Detonator is here anyways, right? But I would like to use this and the example for the specific purpose because this is how you build a deck. Look at this masterpiece. Look at this beautiful logic. We have 2, 4, 6, 9, 11, 12, 15, 16 starters / extenders that work by themselves. Not only that, in 40, we're playing even more non-engine than the Maliss because here we're playing 22 hand traps. Here, oh wait, and here we're only playing 20. So in this other option of the current meta, I can play more hand traps and I'm still gonna have more starters / extenders. Now let's compare the bricks. Here, the bricks are Node, Call By, Crossout, and the Trap card. 4. Here, 3 Chessicats, 3 Marlin Green, 1 Wizard. We have the Trap card, we have the Quick Spell. We even, like, there's a lot more. Like, only that, how much are there? Like, I told you 9, right? 9 against 4. So, Maliss has to compete against a deck that has in the same amount of cards, 40 against 40, more hand traps, less bricks, and more starters slash extenders. Not only that, a lot of the starters slash extenders of the Rizal variants are even rewarded for drawing 2 copies of the same card. If I draw 2 heads, I can play through a hand trap. If I draw 2 eyes, I can play through a hand trap. If I draw 2 swords, I can play through a hand trap if they negate the normal special summon. Here, if I draw 2 Dormouse, I suck. If I draw 2 White Mouse, I suck. If I draw 2 Field Spells, I suck. Like, maybe if you drew 2 backup Ignisters, like, maybe you are kinda good, but you still don't have a Maliss name and, you know, it's kinda shitty, like, you know. I draw 2 of my $100 secret rare card, I suck. Like, come on, man. Just mathematically, it's very objective that Maliss is a bad deck. Even in the actual environment that it's playing against, like the Rizal format, the detonated format, you can play Maliss thinking that it is actually the best deck. Objectively, Rizal is better in every way that a deck needs to be. More starters, less bricks, more non-engine space. So, just wanted to bend that out for the people that wasted their money buying spreadsheets or wasting their time thinking that Maliss is actually a good deck. It is not, because Rizal kicks their ass every single time and forever will be. Just think about it. Rizal got slashed in the latest ban list without receiving a lot of new support. The new support is not even here in this deck list. Look at, there's no new cards in this deck list, and it's still better than the deck that received 7 cards. There's 7 new cards here for Maliss, and this deck still sucks in comparison to a handicapped Rizal. Just think about that. How bad Maliss needs to be in order for a Rizal without new support kicking their ass. Not only in the actual duel, because Chumping was the actual person who eliminated a Maliss that made top 4, this one. Not only in the actual tournament, but in an objective analysis, as I just showed you. More starters, more hand traps, less bricks. Both decks playing 40. Now, one more thing that I have to say about Maliss. It's not only about the current environment. It's just that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been... Like, I know people won't realize this that much, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been more about actually playing the game than leaving toxic combos or trying to make toxic combos. It's always about the intellectual challenge that involves trying to play through the possible disruptions of your opponent. Through 0, through 1, through whatever. And in that ideology, in that axiom that leads Yu-Gi-Oh! Ever since its inception, Maliss is a bad deck because it involves a lot of risks, a lot of drawing combinations that you may always not have. Maybe you will have it for your locals when you're only playing 3 rounds. But when you're playing 10 rounds and then top cut, you're not gonna make it because this deck is not consistent. And it never will be. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.